Hi, everybody. It is July the 18th, and I had a train of thought today. So I'm going to start at the bottom. Sometimes in life we have an expectation of something, and it just doesn't deliver. Like I got this one entertainment center once, put it all together, and it was kind of cheap, and it was so I was a little disappointed. Or you think you're going to go somewhere with a friend and then they call at the last minute or don't call at all, and like, oh, blow you off. And it's like, you get disappointed. That's one expectation. Another one is when things are just like you want them. Like, oh, those as seen on TV hoses, the green ones that like shrink down when the water's all out and they can. I bought some of those. They acted exactly like they said they would. And I was like, that's what I wanted. That was good. Or I was at a Goodwill and I saw this little vase, and I'm like, this vase, I think it'll be perfect for my daisies because I had them in this clear one and it just wasn't doing it for me. And so, sure enough, I got it home and I put it in there, and it was like, it's perfect. It's exactly what I was hoping for. And then there's something that like just goes over your expectations. Like, for instance, when I was in high school, I was dating a guy, and he was fantastic, but, it wasn't the right time. And so he was my bar for every other guy that I dated, throughout my college years and so forth. And every guy that I dated would be way down here. They couldn't begin to touch this bar. And I'm like, I was going to be alone. But then I met my husband, and woo, he so far exceeded that bar. I was like, wow, I loved it. Another exceeding expectation, like when I had kids. I've always loved kids. Kids have always loved me. I've babysat. I had some great relationship with some families, and I thought I knew what it was going to be like being a parent. Wow, my expectation was just blown out. Being a parent was so much more than I ever could have imagined. So much more wonderful. And then there's an expectation that I didn't even know I had or wanted or desired. And it's so much more. It is higher than my can't believe I got an expectation. And that is the love of Jesus. Now think about this. God, first of all, condescended to come down to this earth in the form of a man, Jesus, and then live amongst us when he could be on high, and he's here in the muck and the dirt and the people, and then seeing how awful we are, and I mean awful to him, and then say, no, I'm willingly going to die for you. You, Amy, you. That is something I couldn't even have had an expectation for. It is so much more than anything else on this earth. And so, what leads me to this whole train of thought? It was actually my little jar. That's my jar I got in my daisies. And I loved it. And it just made me think about expectations and what we get from disappointing to, yes, that's what I wanted, to way above the expectation to, I can't even fathom it. And that's where Jesus is. I can't even fathom it. And so, yeah, God came into my life today in the guise of a vase from Goodwill. It was like $2 or $3. And what a great gift that ended up being. So I don't know where you are today, and I don't know where God is for you anyway, but if you look, he'll be there. And it could show up in the guise of a vase. Not very glamorous, but definitely there.